Hi there. WTF is WCAG. What the framework? Yeah, you heard me. If you're watching this, you either work in digital, you manage a website, or somebody has just mentioned the European Accessibility Act, and you're wondering what fresh legal chaos is about to descend. Whichever of these is true, you're in the right place. My name is Clive Lowsby. I'm the founder of Access by Design. We've been building accessible websites since 2006, and I'm here to give you the clearest, real explanation of what WCAG is and why you absolutely need to care about it. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what WCAG is, why it matters, and why it matters especially right now. We've got a ticking clock, guys, and no overlay widget is going to save you. WCAG, or WCAG, or WCAG, or even WCAG, stands for the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. They are the global framework that tells us how websites should be coded so that people with disabilities can use them. This is whether they're visually impaired, use a keyboard instead of a mouse, have ADHD, dyspraxia, mobility impairments, or a whole host of other realities. Let me give you a quick timeline. WCAG 1.0 came out in 1999. Yep, over 25 years ago, and yet now 95% of the top 1 million websites still fail basic accessibility tests. Yep. WCAG 2.0 arrived in 2008, WCAG 2.1 in 2018, and WCAG 2.2, the current standard, was released in 2023, and this is going to be around for some years. Without getting too technical, the guidelines are grouped into three categories: single A, double A, and triple A. Originally, the guidelines stated that for a website to be considered accessible, it must pass the lowest level of accessibility, single A. It should pass the next level of accessibility, double A. And it could pass the highest level of accessibility, triple A. For the last 6 years, single A and double A have been grouped together, and they're seen as the minimum standard where it is a legal requirement. It is a legal requirement for public sector websites in most developed countries, and where legal claims against private firms are involved, they are the benchmark used to measure accessibility compliance. My company, Access by Design, launched its first website in 2006, and it was AAA accessible under WCAG 1.0. It even had an accessibility statement that was longer than most homepages today. We were walking the walk before most people even knew the walk existed. So let me show you just 3 examples of what WCAG looks like in practice. Images. Do they have alt text that describes them for screen reader users? If they do, that passes WCAG 1.1.1. Non-text content, single A. Navigation. Can you move through the site using only a keyboard? That's WCAG 2.1.1. Keyboard. Another single A. And what about text contrast? Is your text readable against its background? If it is, that meets WCAG 1.4.3 contrast minimum, which is a double A standard. It's not actually rocket science, but most websites still get it wrong. So how do you test a website against these guidelines? Most people use automated tools. That's okay, it's a start, but automated tools miss things. They give false positives. They give false negatives. They cannot understand context. The truth is, you cannot test a website properly unless you go beyond automation. And those overlay tools you see everywhere, like UserWay, Accessibility, or ReciteMe, they do not make your website compliant. They sit on top of your website, but the underlying code is still broken. The only way to know if your site really works for disabled people is to test it with disabled people. That's what we do. Let's be honest, Anybody can talk about WCAG. Those vendors I mentioned earlier, their websites are full of pages about it. But it's not enough. We've been building accessible websites since 2006. Our earliest sites were fluid and proportional, and that covered the later to appear WCAG 1.4.10 reflow, which is a AA standard. By 2011, we were the first agency in the world to combine full accessibility with responsive design. That's right, before mobile and tablet friendly became trendy, we were doing it. And let me show you one more thing. Our accessibility toolbar. You know, the nifty tool that lets people change color contrast and font sizes. It's not fluff, it's not a gimmick. It's WCAG compliance. The actual compliance is WCAG 2.2 1.4.8 visual presentation, which is a AAA criteria. WCAG 2.2 AA is now the gold standard, and from the 28th of June 2025, if your site doesn't meet it and you have a window into the EU, you are at serious legal risk under the European Accessibility Act. We've been doing this for nearly 20 years. We walk the walk, and we've got the scars and the credentials to prove it. Take this seriously. Talk to people who know what they're doing. Work with people who are actually making a difference. And if you're not sure where to start by watching this again. I'm Clive Lowsby. This is WCAG, and now you know. If you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.